What's going on, family? Before we get into this week's episode, I'd like to shout out where you can find us at. First and foremost, SoundCloud, where we all started at. Subscribe to us on SoundCloud, leave us a review, tell us what you think of the show. Next is iTunes. Subscribe to us on iTunes, the Podcast Brothers. Just search for that, leave us a review, give us a rating. If you want to contact us directly, you can hit us up on our Gmail, mybroandme@gmail.com. The Twitter account is Podcast Brothers. Now, on to this week's show.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Yo, this your boy Flaw700.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Fresco.
And this is the Podcast Brothers Podcast, episode 14, man.
14.
Can't stop, won't stop.
14.
Before we get into this week's show, I definitely want to shout out some of the podcast family. Some podcasts that I checked out this week. Had a good time, was entertained, laughed a lot. First off is the new podcast, the Real and Raw podcast.
Real and Raw. Shout out to the homies.
Yeah, them ladies had me cracking up. The episode.
That was the white girls, right?
The white girls.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
I was
listening to it like,
I'm like,
they white?
They sound white, but I don't want to offend nobody. Well, they're Europeans, what they told me. They corrected me.
You're white.
Well, they're white. So
it's all good,
I'm listening to it. It's like, yo, damn, these black girls are very proper. But then I found out that they were European white.
They got a good show running over there.
Shout out to the pregame podcast, man.
Shout out to the pregame podcast.
I checked out episode 13, Camping with Cam. Man, check out We Got the Jazz. I can't forget about
Shout out to the homie We Got the Jazz. She be putting us up on game.
They be, huh?
She be putting us up on game.
Yeah, they be having this.
What's going on.
They be having this segment about being petty, man. One time I got to write into them and tell them how petty I can be.
Yo, man, I be trying to write into the podcast sometimes when I listen to them, but then I go to leave a comment, and this nigga already listened to it, and
I'm on it.
It look like we talk about the same thing, so it ain't like we can separate ourselves from commenting on our own podcast shit. I just leave it alone.
Shout out to the John Effect podcast.
Shout out to the John Effect.
That's my man.
Hey, yo, I was listening to his podcast one day. He was like, all right, because for those who don't know, and I was saying, he lives the other side of life, homosexuality. It's all good, but I was listening to one of his podcasts one day, and he was like, all right, for my straight followers, y'all might not want to listen to this part. I'm about to get a little raunchy. I was like, I ain't going to be that bad. The fuck? I wish I didn't listen. I was like, oh, all right. I set myself up, but shout out to the John Effect podcast.
Yeah, shout out to the John Effect podcast. Shout out to the Podcast Queens.
Still, shout out to Just AJ Fresh, too, man. Yo,
son.
That man went through every episode and left like 40 comments per episode, like in detail comments. And it was good shit. He knew what he was talking about, man. Shout out to Just AJ Fresh on SoundCloud for dropping the gems in our comments on the episode.
Salute to that brother.
Yeah.
He made it his business to listen to all 13 and interact with all 13.
We need more like you.
Yeah,
I was like you.
I was like, yo, my man, you got something that I could listen to. It's like you just showing wild love. Like, let me know if there's anything I can do. You want me to listen to your mixtape?
Right.
Anything. Like, let me know what's up. Know what I'm saying?
It's
so I can show you some love, man.
It's all appreciated. Yo, first, we got the guest in here, man. I went to college with this dude. It's my first college roommate down in Shaw, North Carolina, man. My homie Divine in the building. What's up, boy?
What's good, boy?
What's happening with you? Appreciate you coming through, man. You took that good old train down here from Jersey City.
Is that the first time somebody traveled to be on?
I think so.
I don't know what they're talking about train. I got that chauffeur.
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called the New Jersey Transit. That's your chauffeur.
Fresh off the train. I like, dog, like, we made it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, already.
We got out-of-town visitors, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all Russians I don't mean it. Y'all Russians, y'all want to come through, hop on that radar, come through? Yeah, anybody. I don't know why I just said Russian.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, why Russians?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to go as far as my mind would take it. That's all. So, what you were saying? You wanted to talk about something?
I wanted Joy to tell me about why Stevie Wonder was on the free throw
line. Oh, man. Did y'all see Stevie Wonder shooting the goddamn free throw? Matter of fact, I think it was a three-pointer.
Nah, sir.
I can't really recall it right now, but when I just seen it,
he was far away.
He legit tried to have a form.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing. Yeah,
he did try.
He flicked the wrist.
I'm not mad at Stevie Wonder. I'm mad at whoever the hell told him that would be a good idea. That's embarrassment.
But
That's like the purest form of embarrassment.
If you watch the video, it's not even about for the fact that he tried to shoot a jumper, but the crowd cheered so hard. I think he thought he made it. No, I think he thought he made it. And he kind of waved his arm like, darn.
Bro,
I can't believe I missed it.
damn it.
He's like, I really missed it.
I'm better than this. I'm better than this. Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta back up. Give me some room.
I don't know who the hell idea was. I want to know who is the guy that said, Stevie, you know what would be a good idea if after this event you shoot a free throw.
But you know what? You know what's crazy? I read up on it, and this is an annual basketball game that he throws.
Stevie Wonder.
This is Stevie Wonder's annual basketball game that he throws.
Maybe they just said, "Fuck you, Stevie, get out there, show them what you got."
I guess so. I think Stevie.
This is what the people really come here to watch.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
You want to see you shoot.
He did miss it, right?
What?
No,
that shit came nowhere. That shit went straight up in the fucking air.
Actually, no jokes. His jump shot looked like DeAndre Jordan. That time he airballed in the Olympics.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all seen that one?
No, I did.
I seen
you didn't see that?
I seen
know,
airball from the free throw
I'm
line.
about to say he
plenty of
airballed from the free throw line
But
a
I know
couple times.
DeAndre Jordan don't got his form. So I haven't seen what you're talking about, but I can visualize it.
Yo, in the comments, man, if you've ever seen, leave a comment if you've seen the video of Stevie
check
Wonder
it out.
shooting the
Check it
free
out.
throw / 3-pointer / 25-foot jump shot.
Yeah.
I think he was blindfolded too. You said he wasn't. I thought I saw
I
the
think it was
blind.
just the shades, man. I think it was just shades.
There was some dark ass shades.
I mean,
dark ass shades.
I'm not even gonna say that.
Say
I'm about to say,
man. Fuck it.
why are you blindfolded? Huh?
I don't know, man.
That's what I'm like. I don't see that. Really.
Because that's what they did to Jordan. You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
double slap in the face.
That's what you do to the best.
Listen,
true.
Whoever suggested Stevie Wonder get on that free throw line and shoot that shot, I hope you burn in hell. I hope you burn in hell. 'Cause that
Yo,
was
fellas.
fucked up.
Yo, fellas, yesterday, right? Switching gears, I seen something on Facebook that I wanted to touch on, then I didn't want to touch on, then I wanted to touch on because I'm a Gemini, and that's what I do. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Shout out to the Geminis.
Shout out
We
to the
right
Geminis.
here. We right here.
One must go, right?
One must go.
And I want to do a one must go. Then after the one must go, I want to start over, and we're going to eliminate 3 out of 4 for one man / woman to stand.
This is like a marry, fuck, kill kind of thing?
Yeah. Maybe not, but yeah, whatever.
Okay.
All right, so here's your 4 and one must go. First off, Michael Jackson. Prince, Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson. One at a time, fellas. One must go, and tell me why that one must go.
Go ahead, Divine.
So we eliminate one at a time.
Just, no.
Just
Not one at
one.
a time. Just one right now.
Oh, just
and then
one?
the
Okay.
next round, we'll
Okay,
start
okay.
chopping them down.
All right, so you said Michael Jackson,
Michael
Whitney
Jackson,
Houston,
Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson,
and Prince.
Yes.
Oh man. Well, they're all legends and they're all might, and I'm gonna have to go first with Janet Jackson. I mean, she's still here, so she got a lot more to prove.
So,
she's still here to prove it.
AKA, she's not dead. So
Yeah, pretty
her
much.
star power hasn't reached that level yet.
I ain't gonna say it haven't reached that level, but it can get there.
It still has potential
has
for
potential.
growth.
Really?
grow,
I
yeah.
think Janet's giving you all she's got.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
I
You're
think
right.
Janet has
You're right.
reached her ceiling.
Okay. All right. She definitely reached her ceiling, but I think she has solidified classics that's up there with some of their classics.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, at the same time, we can still see her perform.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
So we don't miss her.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. That's basically what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think nobody's sitting around like, damn, I wonder when Janet Jackson gonna drop a new album.
It's so.
That's true.
It is so. There are women. There are women out there. I've met.
I know my cousin. Shout out to you, Taisha. I see you. But yeah, she's definitely waiting for another one.
It's crazy when you could just point out just a handful of people that's like anticipating that, because that just goes to show you it's not many.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of a billion people on this planet,
Yeah, it's not
I can
many.
name you 2.
My order, so we got Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Prince, and Whitney Houston. Shit is easy for me. Janet Jackson got to go. And I like Janet Jackson's music, but I don't like identify like Janet Jackson's music with like no pivotal point in my life. It was like, damn, that was around the time I was listening to that.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
doesn't really matter. Like I don't have that. Like I know Michael
the hell
Jackson
was that?
songs. You knew that song. It was off the Nutty Professor soundtrack.
No, I don't know that song.
That's your fault. Or is that Janet Jackson's fault? Which is why she getting the fuck off my list. This is why she getting the fuck off my list. So it's Prince songs, it's Whitney Houston songs, and Michael Jackson songs, absolutely, that I can listen to, and it take me right back to that point in my life when I first heard it, or where it was like a pivotal moment in my life. I don't have any recollection or big moments in my life where like Janet Jackson might have been like that. My theme music for that point in my life, you know, like if it comes on the radio, I'm like, oh shit, I hear this in a minute, and I vibe out to it. But then that'd be it. Shout out to satellite radio for playing some of the old school hits. Janet Jackson come through sometimes, but like I said, like I'll play Prince intentionally. I might play Whitney Houston intentionally. I'll definitely play Michael Jackson intentionally, but I never say, damn, I ain't hear this Janet Jackson album in a long time. Let me listen to this. So it's a nah. So Janet Jackson got to get the boot. You still look good though.
I don't mean to make this unanimous because I definitely would have loved the debate.
Janet Jackson, clean sweep, royal flush.
Sorry,
Jackson
poetic.
Has to go. Why does she have to go? Just like Fresco touched on, there's not a song that when I hear I go, oh man, that's my top 5 or that's top 10 songs ever.
Right.
Like I think Michael, Whitney, and Prince have a top song of all time. Yep. I don't think Janet has a all-time great.
Right.
She was dope for her era, and she paved the way for some women. Not all, but some.
Leave your thoughts in the comments for who you think. If we're wrong for all selecting Janet Jackson, or out of that category, who would you get rid of? You know what I'm saying first. I'm pretty sure all y'all gonna say Janet Jackson though.
I know John gonna have a problem with that from the podcast. John Effect.
John Effect. He ain't gonna like that one.
He's not gonna like that one.
Who he gonna get rid of out of that 4 besides Janet Jackson?
Janet is his girl, dog.
He'll be all right. Shit.
Now, we got Janet out the way.
Okay. Yeah, she's gone.
It's 3 left. Only one can stand. Michael, Whitney, Prince. Do y'all want me to go first? Y'all want to flip the order?
I think this is going to be unanimous as well.
Flip the order. Start
is it? Side. Flip the order?
We don't know.
Okay, so I'll go first then.
All right.
Who goes next? Prince.
Ooh.
Prince goes next. In my opinion.
This is interesting.
Goes next.
Why,
you want to know why Prince goes next?
Yeah.
You want to know why Prince goes next?
You can't give an answer without an explanation.
Okay.
We need that.
In my personal opinion, now I know a lot of people are going to hit me with, well, Prince wrote this song. Prince played this instrument. Prince
played
did this.
All the instruments.
He played every. I get that, but for me, I was blinded to that, until he passed. I seen Purple Rain when he passed. Mm-hmm. Like I said on episode 1, I get that, and Prince is dope. But when I hear it, Whitney Houston's song, regardless of who wrote it and who helped her write it or whatever the case may be, her songs to me are more powerful. Her voice, her tone. She could just be singing about dancing, and you can feel Whitney Houston. I Will Always Love You is one of the greatest songs of all time.
Not to mention, she still has like the best national anthem singing.
The best national anthem ever. Yeah. Now, let's get it straight. I don't know the numbers for her first few albums, but in the 80s, that was hers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Her and Mike shared that. That was King and Queen. And then she followed up in the 90s with the Bodyguard soundtrack.
And she was acting.
Which was a 10 million record selling album. Yeah. So Mike's a diamond artist. Prince is a diamond artist with Purple Rain. So is Whitney. So now we take sales out the window.
Is Janet Jackson a diamond artist?
I got to look that up.
I had to fact check that. Yeah.
I've never heard a diamond record from
All right, well, I'm gonna say no then, because you kind of know that kind of stuff about certain people. So yeah, just another reason why Janet's off the list.
Whitney, Prince goes. I'm sorry, Prince goes off the list.
You know what? All right, so after hearing that explanation, I gotta agree with you. Prince is next. Prince is next, and plus, the same with Prince. I think Prince made most of his best music in the 80s, and I wasn't really like privy to that time period a whole lot. I was born in 86, so by the time I come to and I can actually identify with shit, it's like 95, like a whole 9-10 years later. So, but Whitney Houston music was more like, first of all, she from Jersey. Shout out to Whitney Houston for being from Jersey.
Newark, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She was from Newark. Yeah, her funeral was in Newark.
Yeah.
Jaheim wore that damn Joker suit to the funeral. What the fuck he was thinking? Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna roll with Whitney Houston just because I'm gonna roll with Whitney Houston. No, I'm gonna take Prince off the list next because like I said, I have a lot more moments in my life where I can identify Whitney Houston songs and remember where I was when I heard it and listening to it to take you back to that period in time. Prince, I like Prince's music, but he had so much music out before I even came to realize who he was. It's like, I'm not going back and listen to all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. That was just a wave that I missed. Like, I recognize him as one of the great musicians in history, but you know what I'm saying? His music, I don't think it was like for me in that point. So, yeah, Prince next off the list. Bye-bye, Purple Rain. Woo!
Well, I guess I'm going to be that guy.
You getting ready? Whitney Houston? You got to go.
Whitney. Yeah. Whitney got to go.
Oh!
Whitney got to go. I mean, I definitely understand all y'all points. And I'm not going to lie. I think I would drop a tear to Whitney singing before I would to Prince.
Right.
Absolutely.
Or whatever. But my thing is, as far as like me just sitting down, want to listen to music by myself, I will put on Prince and Mike before I will put on Whitney. That's just me personally. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's because of the male thing or whatever, but I think with Prince, even from the 80s and in the 90s, I just, I felt it more as far as like knowing that he did all that from writing it down on paper, and then now learning from like an artistic standpoint, it makes me appreciate it even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think I'll appreciate that, because you know how you hear the stories about how Mike would just sit down and just have little things come to him here, write it on paper or whatever the case may be, and Prince is doing everything from playing the instrument and all that. And I think for the creative standpoint, I would hear more of him. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel it more, because you can understand that this is really him, or whatever he went through, or maybe somebody else went through, or whatever. But
I think I'm gonna listen to some Prince today.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna listen to some Prince today.
Okay, so it's not over yet, because now your last two is Prince and Michael.
Okay.
Whitney and Michael, and as far as me, Whitney and Michael. So you take the floor again.
All right.
Prince versus Michael. Who's the last man standing?
Well, we already know this was a big debate back in the 80s. I mean, I wasn't around for that. I was born in 86, but I wasn't around for that.
How the fuck do you know if it was
you
a big
in that debate?
Who the hell you was arguing with?
I wasn't around for that, but I know about the debate. And no, that's easy though. Mike's my last one, man. And I mean, I don't really need an explanation, but I can easily break it down, because even how I just explained the whole Prince thing, a lot of people may argue that Prince was the better artist because he actually played instruments and blah 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 blah. I get that, but Mike just had an aura. You know how you can just see certain people aura? Like, I never met Michael Jackson, but you can see certain things. You just like,
I wish in my life, I would have had the chance to go to a Michael Jackson concert. I probably would have fell out and cried like the rest of them niggas out there. Michael. Yeah. Grown ass men passing out at Mike concerts. I
was listening to somebody's podcast, and they was talking about how a lot of people was passing out. They said, they was probably passing out because of Mike, but also Mike used to fill all them stadiums up and be so many people. Whoever's in the front is getting rushed, and they like, and then pass out.
Don't try to take the mic.
I'm not taking it away from him. I just thought it was funny.
They passed out because Mike hit that spin move, man.
Yeah.
Or he might have
pointed
at him.
All coaches.
He might have pointed at him and hitting a note, thinking they were singing to him. The motherfucker felt, oh shit!
Make that eye contact. It's over.
Who you got, Fresco?
It's Michael Jackson.
Jackson.
I love Whitney Houston, and I love it, but I don't love him more than Michael though. Michael was that dude. Like, anything that you, as a kid coming up in the 80s, coming up in the 90s, being born in the 80s, coming up in the 90s, like, heavily Michael Jackson influenced.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was the only man who could wear a bedazzled red leather jacket, and you wanted one because he had it.
Yeah.
Michael was the only one who could wear high water pants with thick ass socks and church shoes, and you would put that shit on.
I actually do that now.
Oh man, I wouldn't have admitted that to the people.
Got
a lot of people that listen.
So once again, only Michael could do it. So he said we want to do it.
So we're gonna look at you walking down the street.
But only Michael can do it.
But yeah, it's Mike, easy, hands down. Michael Jackson, man.
Man, so me, Whitney versus Michael, and I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson. Why? Let me tell you something. As a kid, Michael Jackson could do no right. He get a beating from Joe Jackson if Joe Jackson forgot to brush his own teeth.
Damn.
As an adult, though, if Michael wanted to change his skin tone, we said, okay, Mike, you can do it because you the man. If you want to grab your stuff on stage and just dance, it's cool, Mike. I'm not going to do it, but you can do it.
Yeah.
You want a Jerry curl, Mike? You want your nose fixed,
do you
Mike?
realize that Michael Jackson had hair his entire life?
Hey, Mike.
That's a fact.
He never had like a low Caesar cut.
Yes, he did. You're not alone. It wasn't no. He wasn't. He didn't have a Caesar
That was a cut. That was
but
a
he
cut.
cut his
Yeah.
hair.
That was
You're not alone. Video.
Right, but I'm saying like he never had a like
never
a
had a
low
part in his
cut.
hair?
Nah,
He
like,
never had waves.
Nah, like
Yeah,
Mike,
you never seen no
He went
waves.
from the afro to the curl
But
to the perm to the ponytail.
I just seen a picture with he had a mustache.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that.
He probably look crazy. as
would
hell.
Mike ever have had one? Because you've seen Jermaine Jackson. He still got the plastic box fade.
Yeah,
Look, he got the plastic face to
Yeah.
match too. That
Yeah.
nigga look terrible.
It's
Nigga look like a toy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He look like a collector's item action figure. You just leave his ass in the plastic. He look crazy.
Nah, you right.
Yeah, man. So I guess we all choose Mike as the last man standing.
Michael
we might
Jackson,
gotta,
last
we
man
might got to
standing.
do this on a weekly basis, man. Start off with
Yeah.
one guy to go, and then we eliminate other artists or musicians or athletes, or however we do it, and we just give our reason as to why
Yeah.
they got to go.
Speaking of athletes, ladies, today you leave your goddamn man alone because if you don't know, today is the first football Sunday of the season.
Are you ready for some football?
Make the man a sandwich, hand the man cold beer, and get the fuck out the way. Let us rock out. It's Sunday. Take the kids to grandma's. You know what I mean? Go get your nails done. Whatever. Just don't ask a whole bunch of questions if you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, show us a question. Well, probably not you, Fresco, because I know you're not into it.
What?
Football. Are you more excited about the actual football or the fantasy part of it?
Well, I mean, this is my first year playing fantasy,
Oh, okay.
so that's making me extra excited because I'm very competitive with things. But I'm a big New York Giants fan, so
Gotcha.
I'm
Brothers,
excited.
high five.
You already know.
Woo!
I'm
Giants.
excited to see what we gonna do this year.
Every 4 years, y'all do something good, right?
Exactly, that's how it works.
I think it might be your time.
I think so.
Hey, I might be like the only man who doesn't give a fuck about fantasy football. I don't keep up with it. Like I tried it mad times. It'll be like week 4 or 5, and I still got the same roster from week 1. Like it's niggas injured and shit. I ain't even update the roster. I'm trying to trade injured players with people good players.
I'll be finding myself reading
man.
behind the scenes stuff like who went to practice this week, who didn't practice. I'm like, I
Right.
never cared about this,
Right,
but
right.
it's pretty dope. You know what I mean? To really learn about all that stuff.
I
Also,
think,
so
I don't see. I think it's cool, but I don't give a fuck that much. Like that's why I like basketball more because I think basketball is easier to follow
It's
than
more
football.
cut and dry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
you
Who
know
the
what I'm
nicest?
saying?
Who the nicest dude on the team?
yeah, it's a
basically.
better storyline with basketball. I
Yeah,
guess.
you know what I'm saying? It's like with football, you got to know too many goddamn people. So I only got focused with the personnel on my team and the front office on my team, and just stuck with that. I can't tell you who the fuck the right tackle is for the Browns because I don't give a fuck. I'm pretty sure he's nice though, or he might be. I don't know, but I don't know his name. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really go into depth with it that way. So, but I'm strictly Giants. Everybody else can kiss my ass, especially the Cowboys. That's right,
You
damn it, I
did.
said it. Especially the Cowboys. You a Cowboys fan?
Get 'em
Listen to
outta
this.
here.
You gonna comment in the comment section? Well, I don't give a damn what you got to say, man. Cowboys can burn the whole goddamn franchise.
Hey, now listen, fellas. And normally when football begins, it's around the time of 9/11, and
Which is today.
I know, which is today, 9/11. Now I know football started on Thursday, about 3 days ago, right? 3 days ago. But this is actually the start of the season where everybody's playing, and today is 9/11, 15 years later, if I'm correct, right? 2001.
Yeah.
Okay, so
2001, yeah.
15 years later.
Where you was at when 9/11
I was just about to ask that. I was working for I forgot the company, but it was one of them jobs you work at where you call people, you sell them long distance.
Customer service.
It wasn't customer.
No.
Call center?
I guess it's called customer service, but I forgot the name of it. I was selling Quest long distance.
Quest.
Quest.
I think why that sound familiar? That's
I
like
don't know
yo,
about that.
that's
That
like
was-
Vonage. That was like before Vonage.
That was back when we had the Nokia joints who was playing Snake on the phone. That's how old that
Wow.
was. So everybody's like, man, you see what happened now? I'm like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? Make a long story short, they sent us home. And you started watching the news. And I'll be honest with you, it was unbelievable to me. I just didn't know how to register any of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, man, what's going on? And then we would go outside. We started seeing airplanes. We started pointing. Well, I don't know if we see airplanes.
Yeah.
I don't know what we saw, but we saw something in the sky. Dude, that's low.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
right.
You
It
start
made
like,
you
yeah,
nervous
yeah,
about
yeah.
everything.
He
It
He
definitely
was
did.
nervous because everything in the sky, he's like, yo, you see
Hey,
that?
that plane flying kind of low, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we
don't
live
think
in Trenton and
I
ain't
don't
shit
think
around
no
here. to
planes
hit.
were flying after it, but I know we seen something in the sky, so we all went outside. And we just was talking about it, but to be honest, it was really unrealistic to us.
Hell yeah.
You couldn't tell me that this just wasn't something on TV as a movie, because even though I'm in Jersey, I'm not in New York, and I'm not actually seeing these buildings fall. Like I'll be honest with you. So I don't want to call myself immature. I was young. We're talking about 15 years ago. I'm 33, so I was like 18, 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? So,
yo, I was in 10th grade, dog. I remember exactly. I was in Mr. Stapleton's geometry class. Next thing I know is mad kids going home. I didn't know what the hell was going on. All I could think was, damn, where the hell my mom at? Like I don't know why everybody's going home, but I wish my mom was here to take me home. She never fucking came. So I was in school. I was in school the whole fucking day.
Did you kick a rock going home?
I might have kicked a couple. I might have kicked a couple rocks in sadness. You know what I'm saying? So I get home. I'm like, what's going on? So she was already home from work. She broke it down to me while we watching the news. So it took me a minute to register, because all I saw was like massive amounts of people walking over bridges, like away from with like the swine flu mask or whatever like that. And once I got the information and it broke it down to me, I was like, wow, that's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I was in 10th grade. I was trying to go home. I don't know why I wanted to go home. I just wanted to go home. But long story short, I got home, and then I got the whole story from there. And then actually one of my teachers, her husband was on a subway going to work when the towers fell, and I remember her rushing to school early. She didn't come home. She didn't come back to school for like 2 weeks because her husband was stuck on a subway for a minute, like 2-3 days type shit. So yeah, that was some nuts. That was some nuts.
Nah, it was definitely a crazy day. I was in 10th grade also, and I was in I want to say drafting class. I don't know his name.
Drafting class?
Yeah, architectural drafting class.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like
drafting class.
I had to explain that for
I didn't know they teaching you they got classes to draft NBA players. Like,
or they were drafting you to the armies to be all you can be?
Nah, especially not after seeing 9/11.
What the fuck school you go to with the drafting class? My kid ain't going
South
there.
Johnson. We ain't gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna shout y'all out.
Gotcha.
My teacher had turned on the TV as we were watching it, and I just see the smoke coming from the World Trade Center. I'm like, nah, this got to be a movie. This is crazy.
Right.
This is crazy.
Give you that movie feel.
Yeah. It looked so unreal, and as time went on, and like you said, it was showing people walking across the bridge and all that. Now I remember that my aunt had actually worked in the World Trade Center, and this is crazy. So when they didn't even send us home early. Now think about it. We had a full damn day.
We had a full. Well, I mean, y'all in fucking North Carolina. What the hell?
Hey man, we was nervous too. We still in America. We still in America.
What, they gonna hit that tree next to your school? Fuck that.
Hey, whatever.
North Carolina, they coming for his necks.
Hey, yeah, right.
You just might. I mean, the plane did land in that random field out in Pennsylvania.
That's because they were going to the White House, so I heard.
Yeah.
But the passengers took over.
Know.
Either way, they wasn't coming to fucking North Carolina. But anyway,
I don't know, but I know when I got home, my mother had called my aunt, and she actually picked up. My aunt actually called out that day. That was crazy.
Oh, so
she called out that day.
Wow.
My aunt.
And where she work at?
She was working at World Trade Center at the time.
Wow.
And she had called out that day. And I know another one of my mother's good friends, because my mother used to she used to work in the World Trade Center, so she knew some people there. But another one of my mother's good friends, I don't know the full story, but I know for a fact she was actually in it, but she was on a lower level, so she was able to get out, but she had to go through the stairs, dark and all that. Like, it was kind of crazy. But yeah, man, that was a very it was a wild day. I didn't know what to think. But as I got older and start doing a little research,
that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother topic.
But
the moral of that story is, if you wake up and you got a hunch, call out from work. You just don't know.
I got that. I got the hunch tomorrow. Matter of fact, fuck that. I ain't going to work tomorrow. Some shit might happen.
I think something might happen.
You know what?
Exactly.
Something might go wrong here.
And you notice that whenever you think negative, more than likely something negative is guaranteed to happen more than something positive. Like,
I always go with my.
Let's say tomorrow, right? You know what? I think, all right, let's say a track running, right, or an athlete playing basketball. Yeah. I think he might sprain his ankle during this game. And I might say, nah, man, he going to be okay.
Yeah.
What's more likely to happen? Out of 82 games, him having 82 good games or him rolling that ankle sometime. Yeah. So that's what I mean. So it's like.
Not even including practices.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's just crazy. It bugs me how a negative thought might be more accurate than a positive one.
Yeah.
So if you ever hear somebody say, "I think this something's going," well, guess what? It might happen.
And I'm a big believer about what you put out in the universe. It can actually happen. So if you speak on it, it might come.
So it's
true.
basically, this is your fault.
Yeah,
because you brought it up.
Yeah, because I actually got a quick story. I remember a time my aunt, I used to come up here to New York for summer. We used to go to summer camp, and she kept telling us, she was like, "I don't want y'all to get in the pool when y'all go on this a trip or whatever with the camp." I'm like, "Why we can't get in the pool? We want to have fun." She said, "Just don't get in the pool." Us being knuckleheads, whatever.
Pool
me and my cousins, we got in the pool, and my cousin chipped his tooth.
He chipped his tooth. On
tooth.
what? The water?
I think he was getting out or something. No, it was the side. Like, he was trying to get out, and he chipped his tooth. Yo, shout out to Isaiah, man. I see he got that fixed now, so, you know.
I'm like, what the fuck kind of water is that?
But that's my point.
But
yeah.
Not only did she bring it to life, but
Yeah.
once you say, hey, something bad can happen, more than likely something bad can happen.
But even if you don't speak on it, the shit can still happen.
It's still obviously it can still happen.
But what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? Like, the person who speaks negative more than likely is more right than the person who speaks the positive.
True.
To be honest.
Yeah, no, you're
True.
right. You're right.
True.
I feel the same way.
Sidebar, little left. I want to give a big fuck you to the Stars Network today for not airing Power. It's fucked up.
Straight like that.
I don't know why. I had to watch an old episode this morning just to get my power fix. You know what I mean? I'm watching it like with the disgruntled face, like, damn,
I
man.
know what's going to happen.
I want to know what the fuck is going to happen today. You know, I will be watching a new episode right now, but for whatever reason, I guess it's because it's the first football Sunday. I feel like they think they can't compete with the football, but I think they could, because first of all, anybody know who the fuck plays 9:00 tonight?
Yeah, about that.
I don't know who the fuck is on the schedule for 9:00 tonight. But even if that is the case, if it was a good game on that could rival Power, motherfucker, we got on demand, homie. We could have watched that this morning,
but
way before the games even started.
But here's my
thing.
Been
good. Y'all got your own audience to build on.
Here's my thing. It's still going to come on 9:00 next week. You're still going up against football.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't understand.
It's probably something else.
But at the same time, if you actually go back and start watching previous episodes, like I watched season 1, episode 1 and 2, and it's a lot of things that I'm catching that I did not catch. So now it's like, okay, now I know who you're talking about. Now I know, because this guy is
I know. I watched them shits in and out. So when Kanan talking about, you know, this where your dad killed Breeze and all that, like, I paid attention to the dialogue, so I know exactly, like, the very first episode when Ghost was admiring his work from his first night at Truth, and he told Tom, he was like, you know, from working the corner from Breeze and Kanan, let it's right here. For two knuckleheads like us to make it in the city, ain't no small shit.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So the story is there from the very beginning. Like, no character that they mention now hasn't been mentioned before. Yeah. Even with Milan. You know what I'm saying? And the whole Vladimir and Tommy connection. Like, he's been mentioned before. You just got to pay attention to the dialogue. And I slept on that.
So when everybody was like, oh, that's him? Like, that's who? I never knew he was part of this story.
I'm not going to lie. I don't watch Power.
But that's fine.
No, it's not.
No. Listen. Listen. I have nothing against it. It just, I caught on late, so I haven't really had a chance to really, like, binge watch.
So what do you
everything.
watch? What do you watch if you don't watch Power? I need to know.
I was just watching The Night Of on HBO. That's
pretty good.
That was dope.
I only seen the one episode, but that shit was good.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's on HBO.
It's on HBO.
I was trying to figure out where it was.
I watch
Fire Stick too.
Oh yeah. I watch Ballers.
I watch Ballers. I like Ballers. I'm mad it's only a half-hour program though.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
It's good, but it should be an hour.
White Boy Rock Johnson on there. Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Here we go with this shit again.
But as far as like the latest shows, that was the latest ones I was watching.
Please catch up on Power.
No, I am. I'm gonna take a chance because I watched a couple episodes, like, but it was just like sprinkle. I didn't want to do it. Exactly.
You can't.
I only watched it to be like, let me just see where they're coming from. Like, all right, I
didn't start watching Power until like towards the end of season 1, and you know, when I went back and I watched it from episode 1, season 1, when I finished season 1, like, the story was just too crazy, yo. Like, Power is way too deep. Like, I like the shows, but a lot of the shows put you in that mind frame of what would you do if you were in those shoes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So it's like, I don't know what the fuck.
That's how it was with
I'll
the
be
Manos.
honest, man. I feel like Ghost, every time the show goes off, I stand up straighter. I talk different. like I'm more firm. Like for a few hours, I'm Ghost. Like I feel like Ghost.
You want to wear suits and
Yeah,
shit?
like
you wanna
damn,
wear
the suits is tight.
Damn,
Look at his shoes, man.
You know what though? With
You always
Ghost,
keep a fresh lineup, man.
I always wonder how the fuck did this nigga have the time to do the kind of shit that he does? It's only 24 hours in a day. This nigga be having a whole fucking day. He take his son to the park to play basketball. He fucking running the club. He running a whole drug empire. You got 3 clubs now, as a matter of fact. He has 3 clubs now. He got I was like, what the fuck? You working out every time you running like.
But
where
you
the
see,
fuck do you get time to do all this shit?
You never see him in the gym. But one thing I
Right.
did, Pete, he never sleeps.
He don't sleep.
He does his dirt when Angie or whoever goes to sleep. Then he hops
And
up.
then he hops up.
And he goes into the night.
This nigga really is a ghost, man.
Yeah, he really.
That makes sense.
He really is a ghost, man. Yo, so would like you consider Ghost like a real nigga or like a real man, based off his character portrayal?
It's a real man. It's a real man who makes mistakes. Also, we'll be getting into the main topic now.
Basically, that was a dope segue.
That was
So
dope.
Okay,
that.
all right.
That
So
was dope.
we basically
Main
getting
topic
into,
of the day today is real niggas versus real men. Woo! Is there a difference? What is the difference? You know what I'm saying? Is it positives on both sides? Is it negatives on both sides? Which one would you rather your man to be, or which one would you rather be as a man? Let's talk about it.
I mean, I think it's whatever perspective you coming from. It depends on like
I think your background.
yeah, your background and how because I feel like in the hood or whatever, you be like you say it proudly. I'm a real nigga. You know what I mean? Like some people would say that I'm a real nigga, but they might be using that in the same context as you a real man. You know what I'm saying? But
So why not? Why use that word then?
exactly. But I'm just saying from a street standpoint
Right.
or whatever. Whatever the
It
case
sounds
may be.
harder.
Yeah, it just sounds like it's more aggressive. Like, yeah.
So
I'm
you
a
can
real
imagine
nigga.
getting in an argument with somebody. Nigga, I'm a real man.
They were like, nigga, what? I'll poke you in your chest.
Nigga, I'm a real man. I'm a real nigga. Nigga, I'm a real.
Yo, to me, this is what I think about it. A real nigga is a self-made title. Like you call yourself that, more than likely. A real man is something you're looked at as by others, because you never hear nobody say, I'm a real man.
I like that.
A real man is basically, man, you taking care of your business, you going to work. That's a real man, right? Like somebody will tell you you're a real man.
Exactly.
You will tell other people that you are a real nigga.
A real nigga. Yeah.
Let me give you the Urban Dictionary definition of real nigga. All right, it says, contrary to popular belief, a real nigga is someone who always will be themselves, not someone who goes on killing sprees and doesn't care about anything. But being a real nigga, being yourself, means showing everything about yourself but your weaknesses, knowing them at the same time. It's all about being real and true to yourself. The opposite of real is fake. You don't know how to be what? You don't you don't have to be black to be a real nigga, but it helps.
But it helps.
That's the Urban Dictionary definition.
So if the Urban Dictionary, let the Urban Dictionary tell it, a real man is a sellout?
All right, well, let me read the Urban Dictionary definition of a real man. So that says a real man is what you young folk might call old fashioned. Chivalry is not dead. A real man has manners, is polite, and is considerate. He is honest and open and true to himself. He will fight and defend for the people he loves. He is a hard worker. He is not spiteful. He respects women and shows appreciation for all of his blessings. A real man is a provider of the family. He is strong physically and mentally, and never is too proud to exhibit strong emotion. Once committed, he is faithful only to her. He does not watch porn or disrespect any other girl.
What the hell?
Listen, I'm reading straight from the mother. He does not watch porn or disrespect her in any way. He helps with housework and is a role model for his children. A real man knows who he is, knows what he wants, and is grateful for what he has.
No.
Guess I won't be a real man. I guess I will never be a real man.
So you know a woman wrote this shit, right?
Right.
It gotta be.
That is too much, man.
And it sounded like she was
what?
in her feelings when
You
she
know
was
what?
writing.
I'd rather be a real nigga, man.
I know, right?
Fuck it.
I think I'll be a real nigga too.
Fuck it.
Yo, that's too
Nah.
much, man. So let me tell you something.
But being a man is too much.
If you can't do not majority, but if you can't do 3 things on that list, is your real man card gone?
No. I think, you know what I'm saying, you can be 100% in one category, but you can be 12% in the other category. You just, like, if you the kind of woman to help a nigga build his characteristics, you got to work with that man on that 12% if he give you 100% in this field. You know what I'm saying?
You know why I think that's crazy? I want to talk about the cheating thing, right?
Okay.
Now, I'm different. If you don't understand what I'm trying to say or get what I'm saying, it's okay to disagree with me. Cheating, right? More than likely, it's just from my own thoughts. Let me give you 3 different types of relationships, maybe 4.
Okay.
You got the man and you got the woman.
All right.
You got the butch and you got the woman. You got the 2 men. So I'm going to give you 3.
Okay.
Which group is less likely to cheat on each other? The 2 men.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The butch kind of takes on a male's personality and wants to fulfill her ego. So we can't talk about ego and cheating and just fulfilling minor fantasies that you want. So it's not about a real man doesn't cheat. It's like, okay, let's say an immature person cheats.
Yeah, you're right.
Because 2 men, women more than likely, they get a pass for cheating because they have titles as to why. Well, I cheated because he didn't cater to me. But that's their story. So when you put 2 men together, technically they're 2 feminine men. So women are love. Feminine beings are love. So they just want to love. But when a woman transforms into the butch and she has a male's personality, she now turns into the dominant. Basically, the dominant person in a relationship more likely is going to cheat because they're conquerors. And they want to go conquer something. There just might be something there. So as far as being a real man and cheating, that has nothing to do with it, because I can be 1,000% in everything if I step out in my relationship that does not pull my man card.
Gems.
It makes me immature.
Gems. Brothers, high five for them gems.
For real.
God damn.
It makes me immature because guess what? Women do cheat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I say, out of the 3 relationships I just gave you, the 2 men are most likely to be happy because all they are love. They're not. There's nothing masculine about either one. And they're just 2 feminine men who just want love and rainbows and dogs and a family.
Dogs.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff. So
I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely
So
makes sense.
I asked you earlier, right? So is playing off the point we was making with Power about Ghost. Is he a real man or a real nigga? Or is he just an immature man because he cheated?
He's a real man. I'm gonna say, well, because the cheating part, but he went to his. I mean, he went to his wife and told her he wanted to leave this business, and she was like, "No, blah, blah, blah." Now, what Ghost did was he did leave his wife for Angela, but he's been with Angela. Like, he's not sleeping around.
Right.
If you love Angela, I do not have women will have a problem with this because you left your wife. I get that. That's women. We'll never understand women, and women will never understand us on this. That man was not happy. He left. He is not going back and forth with Tasha and Angela. He's with Angela. He loves her. The show only shows him sleeping with Angela. Anything else?
He hasn't slept with Tasha since he started sleeping with Angela.
Now, I can't say that for Angela, but that's another story.
Yeah.
That's another story. But nobody's talking about Angela. But this is what I mean about the man. When the man does something wrong, he gets hit with all these criticisms. But
well, like you were saying before, it's the whole, I think the macho dominance thing. So we're gonna be looked at as like, well, we're the we always put on the forefront.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're like the dominant species. That's why if a woman do cheat, like you said, she always have a reason behind it. And it's like we cheese. It looks like from the outside, it's like, oh,
you just
did it.
You just
did it because you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What if you told a woman, as a real man, what if you told a woman, well, you know, I just didn't feel the connection between us anymore, or something like that? Is that good enough?
They won't believe it. Probably.
They won't believe it.
They won't believe it.
It's going to be another reason, but if you were to say that to a woman, in her mind, it would spark another thing that would further push her down in her own mind as to why it was you did it, to rationalize it in her mind. So if you go to her and say, you know, hey, I did this because the connection between us wasn't there. Oh, so I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
It's like what you're saying is, oh, it's not only am I not good enough, but I don't please you sexually. Like,
it's always going to be retaliation.
It's going to be some kind of combatants or some kind of retaliation for her to be justified in her mind as to why it happened. It's like, yo, I don't love you any less. It's just that over here was like a fantasy type situation that I probably wouldn't have gotten, you know what I'm saying, from this situation.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't have did it, but I went forward with it anyway. But that doesn't mean I love you any less at the same time.
I think that really comes from them already having their mind made up going into it. Like before she even asked you the question why you cheated, she already having in her mind that, oh, this is why this nigga did it.
So women have pre-recorded answers.
Yeah, I honestly believe that. And if you don't answer, it's honestly like a quiz, because if you don't, even if you give your actual answer and you don't answer what she want to hear, she's going off.
But what
the damn, I failed.
How the fuck we supposed to know what you want to hear? You know
our own mind. You ask us why we did it, and we telling you the truth.
That ain't why. That ain't
why. Because as men, we think on our feet. We don't have an explanation. So when you ask us, as a real man, you tell her, listen, this is why I did what I did. Yeah. And I think that's what Ghost does. He doesn't hide from nothing. Like, and if he does, okay, let's say he does lie. That does not take away from you being a real man, because I'm lying to you to protect you.
You heard what Tyrese said on Baby Boy. Nah, you got shit all twisted. I'm out here telling these hoes the truth because I don't give a fuck how they feel. I lie to you because I care about your feelings.
But you know what's crazy, though? I've heard girls actually say that they would rather be lied to. I've actually heard that.
I mean, some people can't handle the truth.
Yeah, and then that's it.
Some people can't handle the truth.
So they want a real nigga then. They don't want a real man. Can you be a real man and live like that?
Me personally,
or could the real man? You just said a woman would rather be lied to. Is it a real man?
I didn't say a woman. I said I've heard some girls.
Okay.
Don't shoot me down, ladies. Right. Not in the comments. Don't do that.
All right. You've heard some women like to be lied to. Mm-hmm. Is it a real man's job to convert her into accepting the truth?
No, you can't. You can't make somebody believe you no matter what you say.
But his personality. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he carries himself.
The way he goes about handling his business. That's not the focal point. Like, if you're gonna just be about your business, that's just for you. And then later on, you hope that she grasps the idea that this is how you move without you actually having to put it in words.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So if she's gonna look at it from a perspective, it's like you gotta swoon me or you gotta win me over to show me that this is what you mean for me and you want me. You know what I'm saying, this to be a situation. That's more hard. Because it's hard to convince somebody that, yo, I love you. I'm here from you. I made a mistake. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So now my back is against the wall because you're looking at me from a perspective. I'm waiting for you to fuck up one more time. One more mistake and it's over. So now you're walking on eggshells, but at the same time, you're still trying to conduct yourself in the regular manner you
That's the tough part about being a real man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, I want to say fuck this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To just go do whatever it is I do. But at the same time, like, I don't think any real man doesn't want to leave a situation like that.
No.
Unless it's been to the point where it's like, all right, well, this is the umpteenth time, I'm tired, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
And y'all both get on y'all fucking shit, whatever. But everybody always says they want that relationship to where, you know what I'm saying, even when our darkest moments, I want to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? But when shit gets dark, and I'm telling you what it is that's making this shit dark, it's like you don't want to look yourself in the mirror, and like you pointing the mirror at me, and I'm telling you exactly what it is that you're doing that's making me act the way I'm acting, but you don't want to look in the mirror. You only want to put the mirror in my face.
Exactly.
But I've seen dominant personalities trump all of that. Like, I've seen it. Like, my thing is this. When you meet a woman and you know, more than likely, you're fixing a problem that somebody else created. Mm-hmm. And she has something to do with it because she allowed it to go on. So you know that she's coming from a broken place. Is it a real man's job to have a timetable on when you can, like, because eventually you're the dominant male. Not eventually you are, but you are the dominant male in a relationship. Yeah. And eventually you want to move as one in the family.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. You can't have those negative thoughts, and I'm standing right here because I'm not going to allow it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So eventually the woman has to get with the program. I just think that it takes a certain individual to put that, you know, because the family has to move as one. You can't be keep thinking about, well, all girls are the same, and I think that every time you go out, look at me.
Yeah.
Don't say that to me again.
Because we're individuals.
Because we're in a relationship. I love you. You love me. Mm-hmm. Trust me.
Yeah.
And she'll either go, okay, or she won't.
Yeah.
Now, so what I'm saying is it's like a time period. Eventually you'll understand she's not going to make these changes that she needs to make to have a healthy relationship. Mm-hmm. So that's just what I mean. I think a strong personality can win over a woman because she's not saying she wants to be lied to on purpose.
Well, but
she just looks at it as a safe zone.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of a safe haven. Like, and I mean, I remember I had asked a girl. I said, why do you feel that assholes win over like the good guy, quote unquote, or whatever? And she was like, honestly, it's because we already know what we're getting with an asshole, and then said, "Good God, you don't know when he's going to turn into the asshole." What? So it's like it's like they're waiting for the asshole to come out. So they I don't know if I should pull him in.
It's crazy you say that because here's my thing, and I said this to myself a few years ago: the real nigga or the asshole has the potential to be great.
Exactly.
The real man has the potential to go backwards.
Right.
Because he's already
who he is.
He's already
right.
And that's the thing.
He's already made. Once you already made, you can't really go forward no more. Like, you are who you I mean, you can still continue to grow as a person, but it's only, like, when it comes to basic shit, because as a man, there's only so much shit you're going to allow to happen before you go, all right, bitch, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting on my nerves, yada, yada, yada. Like, everybody has a breaking point. But, like you said, like, the asshole.
That's when they're like, oh, yeah, there you go. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, but, I mean, you should expect that, though, because everything, like, y'all get confused by this honeymoon stage of your relationship. Oh, he's so good to me. Yeah. Oh my God, she's this. Oh my God, he's that. All right, cool. But we all know the first 2-3 months of a relationship are the most blissful moments you're ever gonna fucking have. Once you get hit with that dose of reality, then it's, I was waiting for this nigga to show. I was waiting for her to get on her bullshit. You should be at this age in life, in this stage in life, you should be expecting that shit to happen. This bitch probably.
Yo, let me ask you a question,
crazy,
right?
Man.
Real man versus real nigga. We still on it. You meet a girl, right?
Okay.
She has 5 children.
Nope.
Okay, well, I was told that a real man would step in
up,
and take care of the family.
But
my thing is this.
Hold on.
But here's my question. If you have it's set up to where I want to have children with a woman who doesn't have children because I want to start my own family. Does that make you less of a man because you will not go into a relationship with a woman with children?
Me personally, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
Because then look, like, they say a real man, like, if he wants to, like, it's got to be a certain type of man, though. Like, that's not a situation for every man. Yes, you can look good, and I might want to kick it with you. But you having 5 kids is a big deal for me. How many baby dads?
3, 4, 5.
How many baby dads do you have? Are they all in their lives? Do I have to deal with these men too when they want to come pick the kids up? It's more to it than just, I like you, let's take care of these kids. Now, a lot of people are able to deal with it. A lot of people can do it. And round of applause to those people who are able to, survive and come through in those situations. Yeah. I'm not really one to take on that kind of weight. Like, that's a lot. 1 kid, 2 kid, all right, we can see what's up. 5? It's a bit much.
5 is a lot. I mean, I take my hat off to the guy that do step up.
Maybe I over-exaggerated with the 5. Yeah. But if a woman has children,
but
all right,
that's a thing.
Okay.
That's a thing.
It is a reality.
Yeah, it's a thing. But I think it's just like Fresco was saying, it's who you are as a person, or whatever the case may be. Because me personally, I couldn't do it, but I take my hat off to the guy that can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I don't want to be with a woman with 5 kids unless I got especially if I got 3 myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got 3 kids, you got 5 kids.
But families used to be big though.
Yeah, you right.
I don't think they make big homes. Like, you see these new houses they build, they make 3-bedroom houses. Yeah. Houses used to be 8 rooms deep. Yeah. With 3 floors.
Yeah.
So what year was this? I wasn't there.
The house on Ellsworth, look how big them look at all the original houses in Trenton though.
That was a 3-bedroom house with a full attic. That was only 3 bedrooms.
No, it's okay, 3 bedrooms in the attic. It still fit a family. That attic was, you could share the attic. Huge, yeah, you could share the attic, and then you had a room. You had the master bedroom in the back, and you had 2 rooms in the hallway.
It all depends how it's set up. Like, it could be a big master attic or whatever like that, but who's living there? Is it kids living there or is it grown people living there? That, you know what I'm saying? It's all about space. Families were in those houses. Yeah. I'm just saying.
You can come back and live with grandma because she had the space. We don't have space no more. They built these little houses because they don't want us to have those big families no more. That's
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you go buy a house, more than likely your kids still gonna share rooms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like they trying to have it like how Asia is. Like, you only have a certain amount of kids or something like that.
Oh yeah, I believe that population control is in there. Yeah. But as far as that real man, like I say, as far as real man and real nigga, man, like a real nigga is just a self-titled thing, man, from a young immature person to me. You know what I'm saying? And a real man is.
You ever considered yourself a real nigga at any point in your life?
Never. So when you told me about it, I said I don't know what a real nigga is.
I've never said that. I've literally never said that to anybody. Like, I'm a real nigga.
Yeah.
A real nigga, like it's like action versus words. A real man is action because he doesn't say it. Exactly. Real nigga is just words because you want to hear somebody say it. Yeah, because I'm a real nigga.
Yeah.
What? Because you're a real nigga. What did you do?
Yeah.
Real nigga is exactly. I'm about to do something, or I used to do something.
Yeah.
But it's never what you're doing. To me, like I could be wrong in the aspect, but real nigga is more of a word thing, and real man is the action.
Yeah.
I never really. I never said it to anybody because I never really knew what the fuck it was. I thought we were all just human beings. Like, and then with real niggas, like, quote unquote real niggas, like, if you do something, like, you make one mistake around these motherfuckers, and you're like you're deemed not a real person no more. You know what I'm saying? You make a mistake, you ain't no real nigga, man. Fuck out of here.
Right. But that's for both. Because like I say, if you're a real nigga and allegedly you might snitch or you might tell Shorty, listen, man, don't be messing with him. Like, you trying to help out a young girl in the hood. Listen, she don't mess with him. You ain't no real nigga no more.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you a real man,
but everybody fucking does that shit. Though.
And when you get caught, like, you get your title stripped.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And when you get caught, you get your title stripped.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Now, but when you're a real man and you might step out on your girl, or you might what's a mistake a real man can make besides cheating?
Money.
Yeah, he might run out of money or something.
Might run out of money.
Money, maybe.
Like he was financially supporting, but then after a while.
What about you lost your job and she's taking care of you?
Exactly.
Are you still a real man?
That's another thing.
Look at this bum on his couch.
You can't can't lose
your
that.
title goes so quickly.
It's so quick.
So basically, each one of these titles is based off you having something or you doing something.
It's based off the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
You're a real man right now.
Tomorrow,
you're a bum.
Exactly. No, that's a fact,
real
though.
shit.
That's a fact. You can do great for 2 years.
Whoa,
even more.
son.
Even more. And
like
you mess up that one time in the 2 years.
One mistake you make.
Oh, no, you ain't no. You just like the rest of them. You ain't no real man.
But you love me. But you loved me yesterday.
Bitch, 2 years. I've been fucking all this time, and now that's it.
A real man, you get mad like, yo, check my resume. I made one mistake.
For reasons like that is why the saying came out. You won't say that last night though.
Right, yeah.
That's why that came out.
That shit
last night though.
Drop it, Gems. Brothers high five for that gem. Brothers high five for that gem.
Hanging on the brothers high five.
You just left him hanging.
Oh, my fault.
Damn.
There it is.
I try to play it off. Why you call me out?
I was like, hey, I see he lean back, but I don't know what
he seen him lean back, and he still didn't reach for the
because I was too busy getting at you.
Yeah, he's a real nigga for that. He's a real nigga for that.
You a real nigga.
Word life. That's funny as hell. But nah, you're right, yo. So basically, your titles either way depends on your status at the moment.
Yeah.
Your status and what you got going on for yourself.
Whatever you're doing at this second determines on who you are.
Because a real nigga can go, like, let's say, all right, let's, for shits and giggles, hypothetical scenarios, let's paint the picture that a real nigga is a hood nigga.
Okay.
Is a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? Does what he does to get his bread. We all know what we're talking about. I just ain't going to go say it exactly. So he can make that choice to go, you know what, I don't want to do this shit no more. I think it's time for me to do something else. I got 2 little girls now, or I got a son. I ain't trying to be out here risking my life. I'm about to make that transition, get a job, just be in the crib, my girl and my kid. All right, cool, right? He's just transitioned from a real nigga to a real man. Right. Mm-hmm. I forgot the point I was going to make. I ain't even smoked today. I didn't.
Oh,
I forgot the point I was going to make. But
it was a point.
I don't know. There was a point. I forgot. I'm sorry. Hit me in 2 minutes. I had a brain fart. It fucking happens. Yeah, fuck it. I'm done talking.
So what's up, fellas? Did we get all that off our chest, man?
I mean, it's a whole lot we go to, but
it's a whole lot.
Yeah,
it's still like, because people don't really. I think people don't look at perspectives outside of their own. I think people fail to realize that you can do something or you can say something and it's not intended or meant to be hurtful, but based off how you taking it with that emotion. Yeah. Even though I'm not giving it to you that way. So that just goes. You ever see that movie Vantage Point?
No, I never seen it.
Never heard of it.
It's about a movie. It's one situation that happens, but like 6 different people see it. and they all see it differently.
Yo, low key, you are Cisco and Eve out this motherfucker. You have seen every movie.
You know me, yo.
Like,
dog.
yo, you know. Every movie.
First of all, let me tell you, right? I first met this dude in 05.
Let's get to it.
Down in Shaw, right? First of all, he thought I was gay when we first, before we even met.
But it wasn't.
I wasn't even in the room. I was moving my stuff. My mom drove me down to North Carolina from Trenton. We drove from Trenton to Raleigh, North Carolina, so I could move into the dorm. As I'm moving in, I went into the dorm. I got my key, and I went to go check out the room first before I moved my stuff in. So we check out the room. He wasn't even there yet. So it was funny because I saw him in passing, but I didn't know he was going to be my roommate.
Yeah, yeah.
So my mom left her scarf on the bed as we was moving the stuff in and out. So after we got finished moving and everything like that, he told me when they was moving their stuff, and he was like, "Yo, that's your roommate's scarf?"
Yo, the funny shit is because so my boy Kevin was with me, helping me.
Shout out to Kev.
Yeah, shout out to Kev, yo. He came in. First thing he said, "Oh no!" He was like, "Oh no, you're done." I was like, "Oh hell no!"
He said, "You're done."
I was like, "Oh hell no!" I just looked at the scarf. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, and then if that was my scarf, he would have thought I was gay. Just because of brother, it was January.
That was 05, man.
January 05. I had a scarf.
Ignorance. I'm sorry. It was ignorance.
Yeah, it was ignorance. I used to take his oatmeal cream pies. He used to be gone for the weekends. I ain't had no money to eat.
You didn't know that?
The cafeteria be closed. Nah, he never knew.
I did not know that.
I'm like, man, I'm hungry, man. Shit, I ain't got no money. Oatmeal cream, man, he got a whole box of oatmeal cream pies, dog.
I'll tell you what, I definitely didn't need no new album that came out. Because you had every new album.
Shout out! I forgot his name, but shout out to the homie who was like 3 doors down in the dorm.
Oh,
he used to burn the CDs. Whatever CD you wanted, you can get it for $5. Didn't matter, and that was the G Unit days.
That was G Unit,
I had like every G Unit album or affiliate album that ever came out. I used to listen to a song blasted. He was like, "Yeah, that was whack."
I always would get at him like, "Nah, that was corny."
I'm like, fuck that. That shit was hot. But yo, this has been one of my dudes for the longest, man. That's why we had to get him on the podcast, brothers. I've known this man 10 plus years now. You know, and this is the first time he done came down to Trenton for us to hang out. He watched too much news, man. He come down here and kick it with a shorty though. But he won't holler at his boy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Low niggas that got too much riding on their situations. He's got to take the low key route. I ain't mad at you, brother. I ain't mad at you. Do I have a digger hole this week? I don't have one.
No digger hole.
I don't have a digger hole this week. But yo, like I said at the beginning, this is the first football Sunday of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, we don't want to be nagged. Ladies, we don't want to be bothered. It's Sunday. Just had a whole week of shit. And we had a short week, too, since it was Labor Day on Monday. I don't know if y'all went to work or not, but I didn't. Hallelujah. Nah. So let your man relax. Let your man get his sandwich and his chips, pour his beer in his favorite glass. You know what I'm saying? To make side dishes, too, just in case you should be leaving, or if you're not, just stay the fuck out the way, man.
Yeah.
Just go for like a 6-hour drive somewhere.
That's it. You'll be right back.
But shout out to the women that's playing fantasy and they into the football.
Yeah, that's definitely a different thing. Shout out to the women who are into it. It's a lot of women who like football.
Yeah.
If you like to watch football with your man, that's cool. But you know what? I found out that a lot of the women who are just as passionate, like who like to watch football, are way more passionate than a man is.
No, I was about to say that.
Like they get into it way more.
They be cursing.
Yeah, but it's two different ones. I just don't like the female that asks the question every time.
Yeah, like I'm just here because my man is here, so I gotta support.
Yeah, no, she gotta fucking go. Those are the ones she gotta get the fuck out of here. But the one who actually like watching football with their man, they be more into it than a man.
Nah, you're right.
You know, men, we sitting back, we chilling like, damn, this nigga sorry as hell. Oh, I can't believe he just did that. Like the women who like football are like the whole fucking game.
Women scream at everything.
Yeah, you're right.
We wait for the moment to happen.
Yeah,
we sit there and we chill. They talk about everything.
Yeah,
like
damn, that was a dope catch.
Let's go, Eli. You got this, Eli.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Damn, number 89. Why you catch the ball? Right. They will talk every play.
Yep.
Yeah,
and it's crazy. And also get the girls out of there that come to watch and be like, oh, ain't that the one dating the white girl? Oh, nah, boo him.
They still doing that?
Like,
women still do that?
Yeah.
Listen, man. It's
Especially with social media.
It's 2016, man. If you're trying to force a Bruce Jenner transgender sexuality change in my face, you better come to terms to grips that black athletes date white girls. All right, it's been this way for a long time. I refuse to believe that you're going to accept Bruce Jenner as being something normal or having a problem, but then still have these same strong issues with interracial relationships. Knock it off. It's 2016. Knock it the fuck off.
And women watch football to check out Pam Oliver's hair.
Oh, God. Didn't she get fired?
Nah.
Chewbacca looking at us?
Nah, I think she's still there.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe she just got a new hairstylist because I ain't recognize her.
Oh, shit.
Maybe. But anyway, man, this has been episode 14 of the podcast, brothers. Holla at you guys. Yo. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fresco, one half of the podcast, brothers. If you like everything you heard in this episode, you can go to our iTunes page by searching the podcast, brothers, and subscribing to our page and getting all the links sent straight to your phone. You can also get in touch with us on our Twitter page, the podcast, brothers, and you can also email us at mybromepodcast@gmail.com to talk to us personally and get all the information you need.